When a woman begins to have sex with another man, that woman is gone. That woman can kill that man. Note, yes, because women are very loyal. If a woman decides that I'm done and she begins to cheat on you, I pity that man, because that woman can kill you. Because women love with their spirit, soul, and body. As they are making out with that man, they are thinking future plans with that man. Love or love making, so many homes practice. As a sex therapist over the years, I've come to realize that most men do not want their wives to be adventurous.
Why?
It depends on their background. It depends on how they go.
Well, that's
off
really,
camera. Off camera. We said something. We're discussing something off camera. We talked about a young lady who gets married in church, and their first night together, she's like spanking. Oh, baby, go harder, baby. I love you, baby. And the husband is like, what?
Where is this coming from?
I thought you happened. I thought you were a church girl. I thought you know. But it's not bad to be expressive. Most men kill their wife's expressiveness on bed. That is a problem. Now, a man wants the girlfriend to spank him. He wants to go wide, do some wild experiment with a girlfriend. But with a wife, no. He feels, I respect my wife so much.
What's the respect?
What respect?
Because this is one of the things that are causing problems in marriages. Now, why would a man say, don't spank me? Don't do this to me?
When you spank, oh my God, it takes it to another level.
Oh my God.
When you spank his butt, it takes him to another level. But you see, most men, of course, that is why we're having this conversation.
Yeah.
So that we can educate them. You have to. You know, so many women come for therapy and they're like, my husband will ask me where I learned this from. That is why I advise men and women, come together.
Yeah.
Come together. Because women wants to be expressive.
Once it gets to marriage, everything changes.
That's why we're having this conversation, because most people, they spend so much money in preparing for marriage, in wedding, doing ashwebi. But when it comes to cancer, to see a therapist, without having a one-on-one conversation with your husband or with your wife, because it's vice versa. We are just because of men. There are women who also are having this conversation.
Yeah.
A man who has a wife who is very sexually active, when you look at his hands is always soft. Yes, his hands is always soft because he's always getting overdose from his wife. Because these things health-wise is very, very good.
So now any man that his hands
touch my husband's hand, you will
yes.
You
know that he's having overdose. For any man that his hand is high, please, women, don't start going to touch your husband's hands to have issues. Okay, please. Okay, I think
that's on the lighter note.
That's on the lighter note, good. And now let's touch a little bit of being a melancholy, being a sanguine, because there's something I also discovered, that a lot of women don't even know who they got married to. So that really affects
their sex
life also.
Yes.
So I would want you to just enlighten that.
You know, it's very important, if we have singles who are not married that is watching the Spice the Marriage show, to know that before you get into relationship with any man or woman, know what temperament this person have. It will go a long way in helping the relationship. We have 4 basic temperaments. We have the melancholy, we have the sanguine, we have the choleric, and we have the phlegmatic. Now, let me quickly touch one. The melancholy people are these quiet, introverted people, very loyal people. These kind of people are the people that can go into marriage as virgins, either as a man or as a woman, because they are not as very expressive of these things. So they are, when you talk of moralists, they are moralists. Now, these people, they love nature, they love flowers, they love surprises, they are very romantic. They are very calm and calculated. Now, we have the sanguine. Sanguine is a very loud person. You can also call them the notice me or I die temperament. You must notice them. If they make up, their makeup will be wow. If they make hair, their hair will be, we call them the shouting temperament. Now, this sanguine as a man can take you to a party and forget you and take another woman home. Yes, they lack integrity. They are not loyal. They are liars. They lie a lot. They can have 10 girlfriends at a time, even if they are married. So if you have a sanguine who is a friend, now on a friend level, and he's always telling you, I'll be there by 12 o'clock, don't expect him by 12, expect him by 6 o'clock or by, they don't have integrity, either financially but they are very giving. They are givers. They are very giving. Now, we have the choleric. Choleric is a very bossy person, very autocratic, very unforgiving, very bossy. Choleric can never tell you, I'm sorry, or I love you, or thank you. They are very rude and arrogant. Most of the time, they are very intelligent, so it gets to their head because they have leadership qualities. So it tends to. So any woman that gets married to a choleric, usually what the relationship they have is this servant and master relationship, because they are always very, very bossy. They are this kind of husband. Is my food there? If my food is not there in the next 2 minutes, it's always,
Then when it comes to a woman?
So when it comes to a woman, the same thing. They're very, very bossy, the same thing. Now, the last one, before I now talk about their sexuality. Now, for a choleric loves sex.
Okay.
This choleric can keep one girlfriend with all the bad qualities around him. He's very faithful. But this one girlfriend, he will kill you emotionally. Why? Because he doesn't know how to water a relationship. He's not emotionally involved in relationship. His own is my girlfriend. He can give you the whole world. He can take care like normal Igbo man that says my oriako. My oriako. You understand? I'm just giving an example. I'm not saying all Igbo men are choleric. They use their women to show that they are on board, but they lack romance. So you that is a melancholy, you get married to a choleric, you have to learn to understand him. You have to learn to synergize, accept his weaknesses, and begin to learn how to accommodate yourself. If not, there will be clash. Now, the last one is a phlegmatic. Phlegmatic is all equally like the melancholy, very introverted, very patient, very stingy. Unlike the sanguine, that is very giving, very unromantic. This one will tell you, I love you in his mind. He will tell you, I love you in his mind. His wife will dress up, come out. He will just be looking. He won't open his mouth and say you, but he knows you're inside his mind. Everything he does it inside his mind. He cannot say thank you. He's not romantic. He's very passive. These are the kind of people that have their problems, relationship problem with their wife, or the next morning they are telling you, I bought you a dress. They don't tackle that problem, as in they don't face issues. You call them the weakling temperament. So if you are the choleric that is bossy as a woman, you now marry a phlegmatic. People will think you have used vegetable on him. Do you get it? Now, phlegmatic don't like sex too. Phlegmatic want to be pushed. We call them the temperament that is always sitting on the fence of life. They are always sitting on the fence. They never come out boldly to attack issues. So a phlegmatic can stay 30 days without having sex. That is why a phlegmatic can marry a sanguine who is a lover of sex. You understand? A sanguine is very, very romantic. So it can also, because that one, the phlegmatic temperament does not have that. So the sanguine complements the weaknesses of the phlegmatic. So the phlegmatic is not a sex person. The melancholy is not a sex person. The sanguine and the choleric, they are sex people. So if you now marry these two together, for example, you marry a melancholy and a phlegmatic, there will be serious clash. There will be serious clash. Or you marry a choleric with a melancholy who does not understand these things we have talked about. There will be serious clash, because melancholy don't like sex, but once you introduce him gradually with love into it, you find out that she will now love it, or he will now love it more than you that introduce him into it. Do you get what I'm saying? But for the choleric to get to that point where, Melancholy cry. Tears repels the choleric. You cry as a wife, you now cry before he can. If it's a man that hits the wife, he can hit you.
Because you cry.
Because you cry. Because they hate they are not emotional people. They are serious, they are business people. They don't like nonsense. So you that want to kill yourself as a melancholy, you now carry yourself and marry a choleric. Most of these women die of depression. Most of these women that marry choleric, that are melancholy, that marry choleric, die without knowing their self-worth, because the man will use his mouth to finish you. You can never be anything in this world. Without me, you are absolutely nothing. And he keeps telling you this every day because he's a very narcissistic person. So like I said, it is only the Holy Spirit that helps you to modify these temperaments. How? First, you discover to recover. After discovering that this is who I am, then you begin to work on how to be a better person.